Today we are talking all things to do
Dad,
with
Dad.
money. Is money good or bad? And I have a very special guest with me this evening. He's a very good friend of mine, a personal finance coach, and we're talking all about money. Welcome, Gladys Juma.
Thank you so much, Dan, for having me.
Yeah, it's great to have you. Let's start straight off. Is
Okay.
money good or bad, and why?
Wow, what a question, Dan. Is it a trick question? Of course, money is good. Yeah, at least
Yeah,
money is good by me. Yeah, I'm with Zig Ziglar on this one. He
yeah,
said that money isn't the most important thing in life, but it's
mhm.
reasonably close to oxygen on the I gotta have it scale. It's up there,
Yes,
yeah, in,
yes,
in
yes,
terms
yes.
of ranking. But let's just say it all depends. Yeah, if it causes you to do harm, then it's bad. Or if it causes harm on you and your loved ones, it's bad.
Mhm.
As you know, money, for example, doesn't make you kind, but character does. Yeah,
Yeah,
money can't buy morals, it can buy respect, it can buy integrity, not even love. Yeah, but essentially, it doesn't. It does change people. It brings out. It doesn't change people, but it brings out the true character. Yeah, it essentially unmasks them. So this means that if you're naturally greedy, if you're naturally selfish or even arrogant, money brings the
mhm.
ball out. Yeah, so if you're humble, it brings that out too. Yeah, so money is good for me, and I think that should be the case for everybody. Just that
Yeah.
ensure that money builds you as opposed to destroying you.
I really like that. Yeah, money is good, but also at the same time, I think inherently money brings out the real you, because some people, once they get the money, they now become arrogant, they become very proud, and maybe when they did have, they were much humble. Now, you are the author of this book, Smart Money Habits. Yeah, and guys, if you're out there, you want to master anything to do with money, personal finance, I would ask you to get this book. And you talk about different habits when it comes to money. I would want to maybe to highlight two or three. What are some of the key money habits that people need to adopt so that they can be able to be financially successful?
Mhm. Thank you so much, Dan. Again, another great question there. So, in my book, Smart Money Habits, I share habits that, if applied and stuck to for the long term, then guarantee financial success. Essentially, these habits are coined into five, yeah, through an acronym NISA. Yeah, N being for noting, I inspecting, C correcting, E engaging, R repeating. Yeah, and then noting is all about having your financial status and goals clear. Yeah, because then noting means what? Getting things written down. Yeah, noting. Yeah, so to note is to record in writing. So essentially, noting the first in the first chapter talks about getting your financial status and goals written down. This is all about having your money tracked, having a budget in place, yeah, etc. Okay, and the book the chapter rather begins with the analogy of a waiter who takes notes while picking orders in a restaurant. And it talks about how disorderly a waiter who doesn't take notes, of the orders, can end up mixing up orders. And having done being served sausages and they ask for my eye, and then someone else being served maybe eggs like you but not well done, you see. But a waiter
Yeah,
who puts down the notes gets everything correctly. So it's the same. Think of your own financial establishment. Yeah, once you have put down everything in order, you have your budget in place, then you have measures by that will guide you in your spending on money. If you track your finances, you'll be able to see whether you're deviating from the amounts that you've been able to budget. Then the book in chapter 2 talks about inspecting. Yeah, so it talks about inspecting what you expect. Yeah, that's a borrowed phrase that's used a lot in the HR circles. Yeah, inspect what you expect, because essentially if you do not inspect, then you cannot have anyone to blame for the results. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, it's not enough to just have your finances noted or put down in order. Having a budget, that you created a budget, say in January, and you
yeah,
never take a look at those budget numbers till the end of the year, and then you start complaining that you did not meet your financial goals. Yeah, so inspecting is all about making your budget, making your financial goals come to life. because then you're monitoring at every stage. You're
Yeah.
inspecting to ensure that everything is aligned according to plan. Yeah, so of course, the particular chapter is very, very well detailed around that area of inspecting. And then maybe I can touch on the last one,
Mm-hmm.
correcting, which is the third chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and on correcting, it's all about getting the deviations back in tow. Yeah, you'd already had these plans, then you've deviated this much, which you're able to arrest through inspecting, and then just getting everything back to the fold. Yeah, I put in a quote there that a stitch in time saves nine. The sooner you make corrections in your finances, the better
Mm-hmm.
things become. Yeah, before a
Yeah.
lot of damage is incurred. Yeah, so I really don't want to be the spoiler, Dan. So that's all
Yeah.
there for the readers.
Yes.
If you've read the book, you know more. Otherwise,
Yeah.
encourage every other listener to grab a
Yeah.
copy. They'll be glad they did.
Yeah, I think it's important. We'll talk about how you can get the book. At least just talk about the first three habits, and very, very important. Just to check on some of the comments that are coming in, ladies and gentlemen, feel free to drop in the chat. Let me know where you're joining us from, what you're learning. If you have any questions in regard to finances, personal finance, we'll be happy to bring them up. I can see here there's someone saying joining us all the way in Bangladesh and wants help with money. Hopefully, you're going to get that right here. Thank you. Emmanuel is there. I like this one. Jacob, is it Jacob who says this is very true? Money brings the real you, brings out the real you, which you have mentioned. I can see we have other people coming in all the way in Malaysia, which is quite good. Now, I know you have dealt with several people, you have coached them, or you have been able to give advice when it comes to personal finance and money. What would you say is like one of the key challenge that one or two challenges that you see people face when it comes to money?
So when it comes to money, a key challenge that I've seen that people face is spending within their means. Yeah, everyone should
Mhm.
aim to have enough for their upkeep and some extra to spare. I
Mhm.
know I've been saying this, even now, my narrative hasn't changed, Dan. Why?
Mhm.
Because if you're to blame the tough economic situation that most of the countries are facing, now that I know this is an international talk, Dan, many
Mhm.
countries are facing tough economic times, yeah? But
Mhm.
when things are tough, when the economic situation is tough, that's the time to also begin making tough decisions. Two ways you can grow your money is by
Mhm.
earning more or spending less. Yeah. So
Yeah.
onus is on you to be able to grow that gap. Yeah. If your money is not enough, you should start thinking of ways to earn more. Yeah, looking for other revenue streams. Yeah, if you're employed, one of the ways to get higher pay, yeah, is to ensure that you work harder, and ask for a raise. Yeah,
Mhm.
or if your pay is based on commissions, yeah, of course, sell more. Done. Yeah, no two ways about
Yeah.
this. Then you'll get higher commissions. Or
Yes.
if you normally get bonuses, of course, it's meeting the company targets. So this for the
Mhm.
employees, they're also not left out. But also for the business people, it's about asking what other ways can you diversify? Yeah, can you cross sell from the particular product or service offerings that you have? Yeah, if it's or at a personal level, what you have that you're not using that you can sell. Yeah, what hobbies are you not earning from? Yeah, there are limitless ways on how you can earn, including through investing, ensuring that your money is working for you. Then
Mhm.
the other way is to ensure that you cut back on your spending. This is a time to really, really think about what you can reduce. Yeah, Dan, you know me for a long time. One of the ways I like to unwind is taking long drives.
Yeah.
Yeah, so lately, with the current rise in the fuel prices, I've had to reduce this kind of fun. Yeah, and finding other ways, maybe reading a book or reducing these drives to maybe,
Yeah.
as opposed to maybe twice in a week, to maybe just once every fortnight. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's just having those discussions, checking your budget lines for those with budgets. Yeah,
Mhm.
what can you cut back on? Is it the food, the food bill? Yeah, see which proteins to change with what.
Yeah.
Like you already know, meat is more expensive than proteins maybe coming from plant protein. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe replacing your meat with the beans or something. You see,
Mm.
just all these tough questions. Do you need to change your commute time, avoiding maybe when it's a peak time,
Yeah.
to hitting the road maybe some few minutes earlier. Yeah, checking whether you need to change maybe your cable TV. Maybe you're using the premium kind, and just reducing to the lower level. Yeah,
Mm.
chances are that you do not even use all the features anyway. Yeah,
Right.
so just checking what areas can you cut back on cost. So then, living within your means is a very very big challenge to a lot of people. Yeah, but I've always said that it's possible, especially if you're deliberate on it, because it's
Yeah.
never how much you earn, but
Yeah.
it's what you do with what you earn all the time.
I like that. And I think this actually goes hand in hand with what you had mentioned about noting, like the first habit. You will not be able to realize that you are living outside your means if you're not taking note of what you're doing with your money. Yeah.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
the two options, very important. Number one, think about how can you earn more, and also how can you save, how can you reduce some of the expenses. And there are so many little things that we can do in terms of reducing our expenses, but I usually like the aspect of, can you think about how you can earn more, because reducing expenses has a certain limit. You can't go beyond a certain point, but thinking about ways of increasing your income has no limit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
it's
there's this.
normally very underestimated. Eh? Yeah,
Yeah.
growing your incomes. Everybody works so hard on cutting back on the expenses. Yeah, but
Yes.
you can only go so far. It gets to a bit where the expenses are fixed, because then you must eat, you must clothe
Mhm.
yourself. There are certain things you must live under a roof. So there's
Yes.
only so much you can cut, but you can even change neighborhoods. Yeah, but you can only go so far. But we underestimate the element of earning more. Absolutely
Very good,
correct.
very good. Now, very interesting. There's a comment here by Juniors, actually almost leading to the next question that I wanted us to discuss. It says, most people have money. Most people have money. They think they are above everybody. Yeah, money is evil, and we have to be careful not to change the way we are. Then we can't respect others. Yeah, I think there's that idea of money can really bring like the true selves, and most of the time is usually the negative side, the being disrespectful, boastful, and all that. But he talks about money is evil. Yeah, and there's this myth I like having people say money is the root of all evils. um is that really true? And what is your take on that kind of thinking?
Uh-huh. I like it. I like it that you term them myths, eh? Because they
Yeah.
they are. That's a myth. That money is the root of all evil. Dan, I like to believe that these wordings, and particularly even the arrangement of words, I think this is
Mm.
picked from scripture. I think in the book of Timothy. I'm not sure where. I do not want to misquote. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it talks about the love of money, really. And then when you think about it, it's not money being evil, but the love of money. Because then
Yes.
when something becomes obsessive, not only money, just anything, it becomes harmful. Yeah, think
Mhm.
about any obsession. Yeah, be it watching movies, be it love of alcohol, be it too much reading for some of us who are readers. Everything
Yeah.
done in excess is evil. Yeah, and so is
Yeah.
money. Yeah, when you love money, when money, the love of money gets to those extreme levels, you end up
Mhm.
doing the wrong things. You're corrupt. You steal. Yeah, you mean. You do not support other people. Yeah, you
Mhm.
use money in all the the wrong ways. Yeah, so
Mhm.
there's nothing wrong about money. In fact, like I mentioned earlier, money is great to have. Yeah, because money is an enabler of so many things.
Yeah.
Enjoyment in life. It's what will help us go for those holidays we all want to enjoy. It's what will ensure that we enjoy a settled retirement. A happy retirement, because then you planned and saved adequately when you were actively working, and you're able to do those things you couldn't do then.
Yeah.
It's what helps you meet all the life's needs. It helps you help even others, right? The less
Yes.
fortunate, the ones in society. So it cuts across. Yeah. So It's a myth done and it ends there. Yeah, money is good to have, and and I'm sure all the listeners know if you had an extra coin today, you know what how you'd use that money. I'm certain of that.
I like that. That clarification. Actually, the Bible says the love of money, not money is the root of all evils. It is the love of money that is the root of all evils. And as you say, I think money is also it's just like any tool. Think of a hammer. You can use a hammer to nail to hit a nail to get to where it needs to go. Maybe in a wood, you're making a table, or you can use the same hammer and hit somebody's head. Yeah, and does that make the hammer good or bad? Yeah, it's how you use it. And yeah, the love of money is what really will lead you to evil, but money by itself, it's a good thing. It's an enabler. I usually like the way
Mm,
you say talk about that. Yeah, it is what enables us to have the good life, and not even good life, even quality life, food and
mhm,
shelter and all that. Now, if
mm.
I want to welcome, I can see a bit more comments coming in. Let me know if you have any questions about personal finance, anything to do with money. Maybe there's something that you are thinking about. Let me know in the chat. I'll be able to ask our guest. As we come to the tail end, I would also want to know, someone comes to you, or in general, we have people here who are getting maybe their finances are not in order due to the hard economic times. Money is not enough, or maybe they ended up losing their job, or so many things that are happening. What would be like the basic step that you can tell someone so that they can have their finances in order?
Dan, that's a very general question, but I'll try as much as possible to address it in the best way possible. But one
Okay.
of the you call them steps. So I'll just try throw in some five basic ones. Huh? So first is maybe to plan their money before they receive it. You see, the problem is with most of us. Let me throw myself in there because for most of my earning time, I've done that really. Yeah,
Mhm.
you need to plan your money before you receive it. What happens is that you wait for the money to hit your account, and that's when you start planning for it. Yeah, for most instances, you already know how much you expect in the month, so have the budget done beforehand. Number two,
Mhm.
in that budget, ensure that you pay yourself first. And then I'll elaborate on what this means. Get a
Yes.
percentage of savings off the very top. Yeah, and I'll explain this even further. When you earn your pay, your monthly salary, your HR, yeah, or the team in charge of payroll doesn't ask you whether they should, deduct tax. That is done automatically. Yeah, and that's how I'd want to encourage all the listeners to handle their own payments. Yeah, and the deal is this: if you do not take off that percentage of saving off the very top before you can incur any coin on any other spending, then you will have nothing to spend. You're going to pay your rent, and in that way, the owner or your landlord gets to pay themselves first. You're going to pay
Mhm.
for your electricity, then the electricity provider gets to pay themselves first. You're going to pay school fees, the school fees gets to meet its goals. You see, what
Mhm.
about yourself? Yeah, what are you putting aside to help you and your family live a better life in future? Yeah, so you really need to take that chunk off first and then
Mhm.
deal with the balance. Otherwise, rarely does it work where you have to pay to meet all your expenses and then save what is left. Rarely does that work. So just to encourage each one, pick a percentage. Yeah, you may take, like, for example, 10%, meaning if your net income is 100,000 Kenya shillings, you'll need to take off 10,000 Kenya shillings, 10% of it, if that's a percentage you choose to take, and then know how to deal with the 90. Yeah, and if the 90, with that 90, you'll be able to do what you have said, done at the start. You'll either
Yeah.
cut back on your cost or find another way of earning extra income. Otherwise, make it a habit to put aside money for yourself. Then, once you put aside this amount of money, that amount you've paid yourself first, and maybe this should be our step three done, commit
Mhm.
those savings. Do not say you've paid yourself first and left that amount in your bank account. This money is super accessible. All you need is get your that money outside through your ATM, or just even use the online banking. Yeah, which
Yeah.
is very makes everything very, very convenient. But for a lot of time, it works against us because it makes money very, very available. Take that amount of money, put it in a separate account, put it maybe in a money market fund, where it's easy to transfer the money. Send that money to your stockbroker.
Mm.
Just get it away from reach. Yeah, and this will help you stay disciplined, because really, if you check your bank account, you'll only find the difference. It will help you stay committed, yeah, to that goal of putting the money
Yeah.
aside.
Yeah.
Then number five done. Continue noting your progress. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
important to not only budget but also track your spending, because
Mm.
then it's easy for you to tell where you're going wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you've also learned, when I was talking about the various chapters of the book, you not only are tracking the money or putting down your goals and your budget as well, but also checking checking whether there are changes you need to make. Maybe you're spending so much or too
Mm.
much on a particular budget line. Yeah, so in
Yeah.
that way, arrest and take action. Say if you had put aside, say maybe 10,000 Kenya shillings for entertainment, yeah,
Yeah.
and then you have tracked and seen that you've already surpassed this amount, you should not exceed. Otherwise, what it means is that you're going to be eating into another budget line. Yeah, you're only able to tell this if you're able to track. Yeah, but then it's not enough to just see that mistake, but you also need to ensure that you take correction on it. Yeah, so when it comes to money done, it's nothing but discipline, discipline,
Okay.
discipline, discipline. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I really like that, especially that idea of you need to save and then spend the rest. Unlike most people, even me sometimes included, we first spend and then we save what is left. And most of the time, there's nothing left. Yeah. So we take a chunk of it and save it and pay ourselves first. Then we can have the rest taking their other functions or other things that we do. I also like the fact that you say, like the way taxes, we are never given the taxes. The employer gives you the money and then tells you go pay. It is automatically cut because they know the moment they give you the money, probably you will not pay the tax and you end up in different problems. So trying to put some of these things automated really works. I think for
Yep.
me, what I was able to do is to put a standing order. Every specific time of the month, the moment the salary comes in, that money is taken to a certain either savings or the money market, as you say. So trying to automate, I think, also really helps because if you have to think each and every time I have to take this money out, and it will be bad.
Mm.
Let me check here. I can see, please, I need a job, an NGO job. Larissa, yes, I'm going to just talk about the jobs because I've seen you have mentioned that. Alice in Kenya saying, I need money. Okay, you're in need of money. Hope you get some ideas from what we are saying here. Okay, thank you very much, Gladys. Just maybe to bring this up, I have seen other more comments coming here about jobs. I know our site is all about helping people get jobs. So let me pull this window here for a minute. Now, here at Career Point Solutions, we have a lot of free resources that enable you to get a job. So I have put that link in the chat. If you go to that link that is on our website, careerpoint.co.ke/resources or Career Point Solutions resources, you will be able to see all these free resources where you can submit your CV for a free review. You can download this guide. It's the ultimate cover letter guide, 101 sample cover letters for all professionals, which will help you make a first impression with your cover letter. We also have an event teaching and guiding you on how you can be able to get jobs with NGOs, the international organization. Save your seat right there. A lot of video training on getting a job with the UN, so many resources. Take advantage of these free resources. I will not go through everything. Or once you find yourself on our website, yeah, there's this tab here, resources. Click on it. It shows you all the free resources that you can take advantage of. And I've also dropped that link in the chat. I really appreciate you coming on. Let me ask, how if someone now feels like whatever you've shared is of value, they want to get in touch with you, they want to buy the book, Smart Habits, how do they get in touch with
Then thank you. So they may email me directly, hello at gladysjuma.com. Yeah.
Okay.
Alternatively, you may still be able to access me through my website, gladysjuma.com.
Very good. So anyone drop her an email, hello at gladysjuma.com, or just visit the website gladysjuma.com. You'll get a lot of also resources in terms of personal finance, articles, some downloadable. I think we also have some worksheets there.
Yeah.
As we finish up, what would you say, like your parting shot? What would be your last word? Someone who has just joined us, what would you tell them about personal finance and getting things in order finance wise?
Mhm. You take charge of your money. Your older self is going to thank you for it. Yeah, and the best time to start is today. Yeah, if you missed yesterday, yeah? Of course the better time is yesterday. But the
Yeah.
sooner you begin taking charge of your money, the better. Yeah, because of the luxury of time. Yeah,
Yes.
the more time you have to be able to invest, of course, the higher the return because of many other things, including compounding. Yeah, so get that money and not only put it aside, because when you put it aside, say in a bank account, then you know it's still losing value because of the
Mhm.
effect of inflation.
Mhm.
Learn of the different investment vehicles, choose one that's aligned with your goal, and get your money working for you. Ensure that you're getting a return higher than the inflation rate. The only way for the money to keep growing. So thank you so much, Dan, for having me.
You're very much welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been Gladys Juma, your personal finance coach. Get in touch with her. And thank you for coming. And until next time, guys, out.